Yo, what up? Get a sound check right quick. Get a sound check. Let me get a sure AirPods. Put a thumbs up or something. Okay. Oh, y'all can hear me? Okay, good. What up, Lee George, Owen, Ed Davidson, DCR, Mr. Sean, what up? Ghost Town Bullies, what up? 7:30, you already know. I'm gonna wait for a few of you guys to pop up in here. It says I got 18 people in here right now. So we'll wait about a minute and see who else pop up in before I just start talking. Um, try to get these lives going. Like I said, I got this one set up for today, and then I got another one set up for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna have one set up for Thursday, all at the same time while I'm doing these orders. Try to get y'all a good hour in. Maybe about 8:30. What up, Trucker? Trucker Abdullah, what up? Black Top Stepper, what's going on? Fresh in the morning, man. Guys up early in the morning, man, get to the money. You know, that's how we do. Salute. This dude will come out here and try to get it back up. So, what up, Will? Will Sosa. All right, man. But anyway, we go ahead and start the topic, man. I get this question asked a lot, about how involved you got to be being a fleet owner. Um, we can open up the statement like, well, the fleet owner thing. Um, y'all can call it a fleet owner, whatever I do, fleet owner, or a driver with a whole bunch of trailers, or whatever you want to call it, really doesn't matter. But I was this guy that was on Facebook was talking about uh he does a lease purchase or whatever, and he made this whole paragraph about guys creating this narrative about lease purchase guys not making any money, ooh, this and all that. You know, First thing first is, man, you gotta, and this is just speaking on as a whole and everything, y'all gotta stop trying to live up to these titles and just focus on, what you're trying to do as a business owner. You see what I'm saying? Once you leave the titles things alone and stop worrying about things like that, man, I'm telling you, man, your business is gonna level up or flourish. You know, um, just throw all the title stuff out the window, man. Nobody cares. I don't care. It's all about what you're doing in your business. Everybody got their own goals. Everybody doesn't want to do what I do. Some people might want to be a one truck. Some people might want to stick to lease purchase. Some people want to lease forever. Everybody's goals are different. So just throw the title stuff out the window. Focus on what you're trying to do and keep it moving. Um, as far as the uh, as far as the owner operator, as far as being involved with being, what I do, I'm always involved. You know what I'm saying? Always involved, no matter what's going on. If somebody hit me up, I'm already ahead of the game. You have to be, that's just with any business. You got to be involved with your business. You can't just let stuff just run. You can't just be at the house just chilling. You got to be involved with everything. Now you can, you know, eliminate some of the stress by hiring people and putting them different places, but why not take some of that responsibility for yourself and not create a whole bunch of expenses? So, I'm always involved with what's going on. I got multiple trailers and stuff like that. This is the time of the year where, you have a lot of reefer issues. And you gotta be ready to go. You gotta have that. I built a network based off of what all, majority of my drivers run. So I got a network from the shipper, and I got a network on the receiver end, and then I got a network in between. So anytime, a driver calls me or having an issue with a trailer, or even if they're having an issue with a truck, I can get them in, get them out, get it fixed, go up the road, and I can always, you know, uh, reach out to the customer, let them know what's going on, and they can adjust the times or whatever. Whether they got to deliver later on during the day, or whether they got to deliver the next day, we'll make that decision when the time comes, and then the rate will it will compensate for that. Sometimes stuff happens. Sometimes you get held up, you know. So I gotta make sure the drivers are good and make sure, they're getting compensated for even being held, at the shipper or being held at the receiver. They still got to be compensated for sitting. Doesn't matter if it's contracted or not. So you have to be involved with your business all the time. Even when I'm on vacation, I always take my laptop, because if I didn't take my laptop and something happened, things will fall or things will fail. So I always bring my laptop with me, and I'm always ahead of the game. Doesn't matter if I'm going out the country or if I'm going to the West Coast. Doesn't matter. I'm always bringing my laptop. I don't care what anybody say about, go ahead, take your time off, enjoy your vacation. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my vacation, but I'm always gonna be ahead of the game. And you have to be like that, until you get to that point where, you can put those peoples in places, and you can kind of eliminate the stress a little bit. But for right now, I suggest, some of you guys just stay involved with your business. You know, and then another thing, I was talking to Rob on what's it, Tuesday. I was talking to Rob on Sunday, about trucks, about selling, how you guys doing these lease purchases, or you coming up to the end of your contract and you're ready to pay off the truck and stuff like that. A lot of people want to, once they pay off the truck, they want to put a driver in it and do this, that, and the third. My experience, I tell people, keep your truck, you know, especially if you did a lease purchase and you paid off that truck. That's a big accomplishment. So why would you want to give that away once you pay for it and get the title? That's a big accomplishment, man. That's something that you work hard. That's something you put a lot of effort into. Even with my truck, we coming up on 4 years. I don't want to give away my truck. I'm gonna keep my truck so I can still get inside my truck and make money. Or a situation happens where a driver is down with the reefer or whatever the case may be. Driver's down with. I've done it before. One of my drivers was down. I let him borrow my truck. He can continue to keep making money. You know what I'm saying? But he had to go to Penske. And, a lot of guys can't just go to Penske and get Penske trucks, or go to Ryder and get trucks and stuff like that. So if I kept my truck and I had the opportunity to give a driver my truck, he's running running the lanes, he still continue to make money, and he's happy, I'm happy, everything's good. So keep your truck, keep your truck. Don't give away your truck, man. That's a big accomplishment. Uh, that's just my suggestion. Some people got to do what they got to do. Maybe some people might be in a certain situation where they have to give up their truck because they got to, pay off some type of debt or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you still got to figure out your long term. You still got to continue having short terms. Um, Try to accomplish everything, and try to accomplish all those short term goals and long term goals, and then create new goals. You know, what up? What up, Shannon? Sam, I am. What up? Um, yeah, people got to stop and trying to press and prove to point to others. Just get money and move quietly. Yeah, everything don't got to be announced. You know, you don't gotta announce everything, man. This is not a race. Um, Everything is at your speed. Everybody's speed is different. It took me a long time to get where I am, but it might take somebody else sort of time, you know. But this is not a race, especially when there's a lot of money involved, you know. Um, but like I said, everything don't got to be announced, man. Um, what else I was talking about the trucks? Keeping your trucks, keeping your trucks if they paid off, you know. Um, Ways to, being involved with your business. You got to, like I said, you got to be really active with that. You can't let things slip. Once you start letting things slip, then it's like a chain reaction. One thing after another. So you got to be on it. And like I said, I ain't gonna talk about credit, but I'm gonna do the credit video tomorrow. It's already set up for tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow. So make sure y'all put your notifications on for tomorrow, because I'm gonna break down the credit thing, bit by bit from start all the way to where you at now. So make sure y'all tap in tomorrow about that credit. Um, but yeah, like, I'm gonna open it up. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. It's not really much to talk about by being really involved with your business. Hold on a second. Let me put this link in. Now, if y'all want to join in, I haven't done a StreamYard in a while. So if y'all want to talk about it, like I said, I got to about 8:30. Go ahead, chime in. Don't be afraid to hit the link, and let's talk about it. Um, like I said, just got to be involved with your business. Period. Um, you know what's going on. Know what's going on from the day, from the beginning to the end, every day. And now the weekends, like, I don't really have drivers running on the weekends. We're pretty much kind of closed on the weekends, unless we got drivers that want to do it or whatever the case may be. But 9 times out of 10, guys just work their Monday through Friday, and then they go, they go home for the weekend. But Mario, what up, man? Ain't seen you in a while. But that's pretty much it as far as um, being involved. And that's my opinion. Some people might see that they don't need to be as involved. But me personally, and the reason why where I'm at today, because I'm always involved with what's going on. You know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. You know, that's just what it is. Jerome Jones, what up, man? Oh yeah, Shannon. Oh yeah, definitely. That's gonna be like I said, tomorrow's video is gonna be a game changer for some of y'all, because I'm gonna drop literally everything for y'all. All you gotta do is move on it. You know, but that's gonna be a game changer right there. I actually gotta write it down so I don't forget. But it's gonna be a game changer for y'all. Some of y'all gonna be like, "Oh man, this dude just dropped everything, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get on it." Some of y'all might be rolling in 2 weeks with all that credit. But like I was saying about it, man, just stay active, be involved with your business. Don't let your trucks go. Like I said, some of you guys are tied in 4 to 6 years on lease purchases, or whatever the case may be. Um, that's a big accomplishment, man. Seriously, that's a big accomplishment. If you work hard every year, pay that weekly truck note, took care of that truck, the ins and outs of that truck, keep the truck, man. Big accomplishment, you know. Um, don't give it away. So now you can build off of that. Now you got a paid off truck. Now you got options. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and buy another truck, or I'm gonna go ahead and go get trailers, or I'm gonna put a driver in the second truck, but continue to keep running in that truck, that paid off truck. Don't let go. Don't get into the habit of, oh, I paid the truck off, I'm gonna go ahead and put somebody in it. You can do that, but now you losing the profit. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of guys, um, and this is totally off topic though, but I see a lot of guys or a lot of females that want to get in this trucking industry and want to go the route of buying trucks and putting drivers in, but don't got a CDL. I never agreed with that. Um, that's why I say I still got my CDL. I still keep it maintained. You know, as a driver and owner, I understand. You know what drivers go through versus a person just buying trucks and just putting drivers in. Um, I think that's more important to me. You know, understanding how drivers move and because I done it, I did it, so I can relate. You see what I'm saying? The moment you relax too much, one slip can hurt you. Yeah, being complacent, getting very, very complacent. That's why I'm in the truck right now, man. Like I said, I'm not afraid to get back in the truck. Uh, some people get real complacent or whatever. I might have a lot of stuff to do, or whatever. But if a if a guy calls me like, hey, or the customer calls me, whatever the case may be, I need these orders moved, or I got these extra orders. Can you get a move? I'm on it because one thing about it is they not gonna they see these customers, these shippers and receivers, they see things, they pay attention to things, and they don't want that. They don't want my care. I'm not gonna, that's just what I'm saying. I seen like messages, like they don't want us to go anywhere because we're the most reliable. We're the most reliable. We on it. We figured out ways to, if situations happen, we figured out a ways to, uh, figure it out and pick up that order to get it where it need to go, pretty much. Um, but I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm chilling at the house and he called me, I gotta get these I gotta get these loads moved, or 3 loads, 2 loads moved. All right, well, let's go ahead and do it. At the end of the day, I'm coming back to the house. Um, and that's just extra money, put to the side, for emergencies or whatever the case may be. But um, speaking on that, man, don't let your truck go, man. Keep your CDL maintained and continue driving, especially if you like, you know, you could be a 1 truck operation or a 2 truck operation, whatever the case may be. You just paid off the truck or whatever your goals are. Continue to drive that truck until you get to that, you know, money that you have saved to do whatever you need to do. But continue driving that truck. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I never understood to buy a bunch of trucks and put drivers, but I have no experience on the CEO. Only person I knew to do that would have big money in the oil field. Yeah, it just if you really think about it, it really just doesn't. It's not appealing, especially if you already know what's going on in the industry and how it moves. I just see something bad just happening like that. Now I don't have a problem. Like somebody came to me and was like, "Yo, I just bought this truck," and I talked about it in the live the other day. I don't have a problem with bringing on people that, I just bought this truck and I have no idea what to do with it. I don't know how to make money with it. Oh, okay. Well, bring it over here. I'll put a driver in there. It don't take me long to find a driver to put it in because it's going to make sense for both parties. And I don't have a problem doing that, um, at all. It's going to make sense because I know how to make money. I know how to make sure that that truck is profitable, and I know how to make sure not only the truck is profitable, but the owner of the truck is profitable. You see what I'm saying? Uh, I need for you and Kyle to get back on the live market. It's only so much. I guess truckers, education because. Oh man, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start. Like I said, I see it on my timeline. I don't. I might chime in sometimes, but I'll give it about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm probably off that because there don't be really much going on. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep. Like I said, I got one set up for tomorrow. I'm only on the truck today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So I got one set up for tomorrow, which I'm gonna talk about credit tomorrow, and then Friday I'm gonna talk about something else, whatever, whenever I figure it out. I'm still waiting on something in the mail. So if it come today, then I'll put the schedule in for Thursday, and I'll let y'all know what it is. Um, but yeah, but everybody's pretty much, from what I've been seeing, everybody's pretty much lost. Everybody's, from the videos I've been seeing posted, and pretty much everybody's lost. People talking about AB5. People talking about, I don't really see anybody really talking about lease purchases and leasing on YouTube anymore. Um, Maybe I'm not subscribed to them or whatever the case may be, but I'm seeing a lot of just different things. A lot of people confused, don't know what to do. A lot of people still coming to the industry lost. People still out here buying equipment, don't know how to make money with it just because of what's going on with the market and the diesel prices. Diesel prices is coming down a little bit, but I mean, that's. I want to say that's normal though. Only thing that's not normal is the fact that the freight market and the diesel prices at the same time. That's not normal. But other than that, the people coming in, a lot of people coming in, then a lot of people get kicked out. That's normal. So it's sad to see a lot of that stuff go down. You know, people just going off people's words, you know, and just buying equipment and just trying to figure it out, you know, and the fact that they're buying equipment that's over 100,000 is mind blowing. Um, and you really, if you buying equipment over $100,000, you really got to have a strong game plan on how to make money, and you got to keep going. There is no, there is no stopping. You would have to literally keep that truck moving, you know, and it's just it's tragic out here, man. Tragic. It's tragic out here. But um, but what can you do? But like I said, I've been seeing deals on Facebook Marketplace, somewhat deals, better than what they used to be. Um, I did get in contact, like I said, I did get in contact with Utility last week, or it was last week or 2 weeks ago, or whatever. The prices on trailers about to come down. Um, Not to say that I'm not getting any trailers though, but I'm just saying the prices of trailers about to come down. I don't know when. They didn't tell me, but they told me that they are about to come down. You know, the stuff that you bought for 70,000 or 60, 70,000, you try to trade it into like a utility or something, they're like, well, we're only going to give you like 30,000 for it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I never went out there and bought nothing that high. I only bought one trailer. Yeah, one trailer, which wasn't even that high. It was the roll-up door. That was 30K. It was a little bit overpriced, but at the time I needed a trailer. So I did it. It wasn't that bad, but it was still high. Um, which was a 2013 trailer. But that was a good trailer actually though too, because I had brand new tires, brand new brakes, brand new drums. It only had like at the time, I believe I can't remember how many hours, but it had low hours on it. But it was, still was a good trailer. Um, yeah, the courses. I never was really the course person, but the course is ridiculous. Man, I'm seeing people paying 5K, $5,000 to learn about something you can pretty much learn on. You know, if you look at old videos on YouTube, especially mine, and you could probably start a whole trucking company. All the videos I drop, man, I got videos going back to like 2018. I still got people commenting on certain videos from a long time ago. Yeah, things change or whatever, but commenting on videos from a long time, especially my local videos. A lot of people getting these CDLs trying to find local, but they didn't realize, you know, how physical local work is. Um, but like I said, everybody got different goals and different things going on. You know, local might be the route to go, OTR might be the route to go for you, but like I said, you got to figure out what your goals are. Yeah, man, creating that circle, man, creating that. Shannon, you gotta watch. I don't want to say anybody's YouTube videos are fake or whatever, but um, I would go if you're trying to reach a certain goal. Watch videos that people that are already doing it, not people that are just saying they're going to keep doing this or keep doing that. Watch videos that people that are actually doing it, you know, and it might help your situation better. Similar goal, but I appreciate it. Um, but oh y'all not woke yet. Man, somebody hit the button. We got we got 31 people in the building. 7:30 in the morning. How many owner operators I have now? So I got five plus me. Well, I can still count me, so six. Um, six. Uh, and that's another thing, man. Don't be afraid to change either, man. You're going to change. You're going to change stuff in your business model. But I say it like this: think about what you're going to do before you actually do it. Don't don't go off emotions. Uh, Give it some time. Whether you got to go to, whether you got to go on vacation to figure it out, whether you got to go to the park and figure it out, whether you got to go to the beach, whatever the case may be. Give it some time. Don't make a drastic decision, and then you make that decision, and then you like, man, I shouldn't even did that. That was dumb. So that's why I said when I go on vacation, man, that give me time to think about certain things. When I come back, I'll be ready to make some power moves. Um, but give it some time. Everybody got their different ways of thinking, or you know, just figure it out. Um, Give it some time to think. Don't make no crazy moves. Don't overextend yourself. Um, Keeping your debt low, keeping your credit in check at all times. Put all, that's what I said. We'll talk about that tomorrow. The debt and putting the debt on the business credit. That way, you start seeing the bigger picture. But if you don't understand, you got to understand credit first. If you don't understand how business credit works, it's because it's totally different from personal credit. Um, Always do the math. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you gotta have some type of common sense about numbers. And I know common sense is not so common nowadays, but you gotta. And then people say that they get these trucks and they don't treat. You don't actually respect your own company. Like you don't treat it like a business. Like what I mean by that is people go get these trucks and they don't put this equipment in their business name. And I know sometimes some lenders or whatever the case may be will not allow you to put that truck in your business name just because you might not have the age and history, or you might not have the age in the business, whether it's 2 years. Usually it's 2 years. That's why I said I started my business back when I was in JB Hunt, and started back, man, what the hell? I started back in JB Hunt. I had the business and I moved over to the lease purchase, doing the leasing. But I still had whatever company I was doing the leasing or the lease purchase, I still had them paying my business. I never had them paying me. They paid my business. So when the time came and I think the rules changed, I was still able to put my truck into my business. Um But now what I'm seeing, especially one of the guys that came over here, he wasn't able to put his truck into his business because they told him he needed 2 years. Um, I never saw that, but that might be a new thing coming up or whatever the case may be. Okay, if they do it like that, there might be beneficial for you to wait 2 years before you put that truck into so you can put that truck into your business. But one thing you don't want to do is, and why I say this, putting that truck into your personal name is a liability. If something happens in that truck, something happens with that truck, or a situation occurs, or whatever the case may be, and that truck is in your personal name, somebody can sue you and come after not only that truck, but come after all your personal assets. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think about that. You really got to think about that. And then we talking about, houses, cars, land you might have. Trucking has a big target on their back, and people are quick to get after anybody that's in the trucking industry and get some money because they feel that truckers make money. That's that theory out there. That's that narrative has been out there for years, decades. And that's why some of these cars do what they do and try to create these accidents and always blame the truckers, but whatever. Yes, I do started while I was a company driver at JB Hunt. Okay, yeah. That's the best. I mean, that's what I did, man. I started that thing when I was at JB Hunt, man, and that was that. I went to Dart to lease. I had everything in order from Dart to pay my business. Now I'm a paid employee of my business. Oh, so you put yourself on the W-2 and you pay yourself. That's another thing you can do. See, I didn't even think about that back then. See, you already a step ahead. I was just back then as a single member LLC. I was just transferring the money from my business account to my personal account. At the time, my tax person told me that was, okay to do. It was fine. It's not a big deal because you wasn't at the time. You weren't making that kind of money to do it. But like I said, all these tax people have different ways of doing different things. And I know in Virginia, you can only have, I believe, 3 W-2 employees before you gotta take out workers' comp. So be careful with that. Every state is different, though. Every state is different. Hold on, I think she's ready to make me back up. Hold on a second. It's about to be a long day. She's going to somebody else. But every state is different. I know here in Virginia, I think it's 3 employees, 3 W-2 employees before you got to get workers' comp. So that's another thing to watch out, because workers' comp is not cheap. But if y'all got any questions, go ahead and drop them in, and we'll talk about it. Overall, what I'm saying is, man, about the whole subject of the matter is continue being involved with your business. Never let it slip. Never let nothing slip. Always network, finding different ways to make so drivers can save money. Building that network as far as finding people to work on your trucks, and it's all about turnaround. I don't remember the last time I've been to Kenworth. Only time I've been to Kenworth to get parts. I don't go to Kenworth. There's so many mechanics out here, especially if you bring in money to them. There's so many mechanics out here that can work on your truck and give you a turnaround time of same day. So building that network is very important, especially if you're trying to expand, or you're getting trailers, if you get into the reefer game, Finding those guys that can work on reefers, especially carrier. Carrier is not so common. It's common, but it's hard to find mechanics to work on carrier, other than the actual transcode. Um, but finding people that work on your reefer unit, finding people that can work on your trailers, finding people that can give you a discount on tires, um, finding people that can come to your yard and fix your, brakes, brake shoes, drums, whatever the case may be, stuff like that. You got to build that kind of network, especially finding people that can, wherever you're running from, if you're running on the spot market, if you're running a certain triangle, find somebody in each of those areas. So when something happens, you can make that call, and it might not be right away, but they can get you in and get you out. Stay away from dealerships unless you have to. Now I understand when it's death related. Hold on a second. Shoot. Nah, don't. Now I understand when it's death related, but there are mechanics out here that can work on death stuff too. So don't think that only dealerships that can work on death. You just got to find somebody that got the computer when it comes to death. Then the payroll company, trucking accounting, then the payroll company. Okay, I was able to see what I can pay myself. Yeah, that's a good way to go about things as far as getting the back end part of your trucking journey. Man, what is going on, man? It's gonna be a long day between 18. And then I was able to see what I pay myself. Yeah, that's a good way to understand the back off, because you at the end of the day you're gonna have to learn it anyways. Especially if you decide to go get your own authority or whatever the case may be, you're gonna have to learn those things anyway. But that's the overall thing about all this, man. Nothing's gonna be perfect in trucking. Things are gonna happen. But what are you gonna do when things happen? And I tell people, you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. You know, all I can do is put the content out there. At the end of the day, something you're gonna have to be the one to figure all this out. Man, what is going on here? This is what I be talking about, man. They be putting like they be putting like trainers on my truck. Like, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, no. All right, we back. I wanted to go back to the keeping y'all's trucks, man, and maintaining y'all's trucks. And I spoke about on the video last time about the oil changes and wear and tear on your truck. um, seeing the signs before it happens. Sometimes you're gonna have to stop the money to handle that business. Because one thing you don't want to do is wait till the last minute and you're on the side of the road and you got to call a record. Sometimes you're gonna have to stop the money, man, and fix what's on your equipment. You know, brakes, drums, and sometimes y'all gonna have to start figuring out what a drum looks like. What a replace? What do you need to? How do you determine if a drum needs to be replaced, or how do you determine if you need new brake shoes? Uh, how do you determine, you know, why you losing air? How do you determine when your clutch is going out? I mean, these are things. That's what I talk about. Lease purchase. With guys that was doing lease purchases, and when you know your truck, you're going to know when something's wrong. When you got a light on your truck, why would you keep riding on a light? You know, you got to start. Y'all got to make. You got to make it make sense, man. You got to start fixing your truck. And I believe the reason, you know, my truck has been holding up. You know, I got the video when I first got this truck, man, and I had to go pick it up in Atlanta. You know, I do my oil changes. The only thing I do my oil changes every 10 to 12,000 miles. I got a Cummins, and I've been doing that for years. Um, Only thing I switched up was I switched from 1540 to a 1030. And the only reason what happened was I had to switch back to 1540. You're not supposed to do that, but there was a shortage in 1030. It was a nationwide shortage in oil for 1030. It was a shortage too on 1540 for a little bit too though. But you had to do what you had to do what you had to do. But I went back to 1030, and I'm sticking to 1030. So now I'm gonna buy. What I'm doing is I'm buying 1030 uh, up front in bundles or whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm buying all this 1030 and keep it to the side so we don't have these issues again. Because you know how oil is, they be having these shortages every now and then, or whatever the case may be. But maintaining your truck, keeping your truck up, um, fixing your truck. Don't be out here running around with bumper on the side of the road. You got duct tape on your mirrors. You know, fix your truck, man. Um, Once again, that goes to shippers, receivers. They watch, they pay attention. Don't think they don't, because they don't say nothing to you, but they be paying attention. You don't know who's in what position. Some of these guys that be coming out here walking around, they could be the president. You don't know what's going on. So keep your truck up, man. You might get an opportunity just based off what your truck look like. Guy might be coming out, hey, that's a nice truck, man. I ran into a guy that was a Raiders fan, and I don't want to say he was the owner, but he was the manager of the whole like facility, and we were just talking about different stuff, man, whatever. And he was asking questions and stuff, and that's how I found out. But I saw him come outside with a Raiders jacket, and I was like, man, I see you're a Raiders fan. He was like, yeah. He said, I see you got a Raiders sticker over there too. I said, yeah, man. We just started talking, whatever. And he was the manager of the whole facility. You know what I'm saying? So uh, things like that happen. You know, you never know. You never know who's paying attention. Um, some of you guys are looking for customers. You got to open your mouth. Um, that goes with guys that, you know, I know your guys looking for the best freight, looking for something more consistent. A lot of you guys want to look for local stuff, um, local work, or whatever the case may be. To find local work, you're going to have to open your mouth. You might find it on the spot market, but it's very hard. You might catch one of these brokers post one of these local lanes because a driver was absent, and you might be able to cover it. And once you pick it up the first time, it's over. Because now you can come in with you can come in and be like, all right, well, I got this going on, I got this going on. You might live right beside the ship or whatever the case may be. But you gotta, once you get it, you gotta spit that game. You know, you gotta hustle and try to get it. You know, sometimes it might not work. You know, sometimes it will work. It just depends. Every situation is different. But even if you guys run regional, you know, finding that connecting the dots, you know, to get you back to the house or whatever the case may be, you got to speak on it. You got to speak up. And I tell people, even on the DA, if you're running off the spot market, when you go to post on DAT, well, when you're ready to make a post, when you're trying to post your truck, like how I do is Richmond, Virginia. I put Richmond, Virginia as the current location, and then as a destination, I put the state, Virginia, and I'll put in the comment section, email only, and I'll put something like looking for same day runs, and I tell them what kind of equipment I got, and I'll post it, and I'll do it every day. I'll do it every single day. I'll wake up in the morning, unpost it, post it, and I keep unposting it and posting throughout the day, and I do it every day. Um, and sometimes you get some connections, sometimes you don't. But that's one way to try to find who got what, without calling somebody every day. Because on the broker side, they see these things pop up as what's being posted, as what trucks are being posted. Because I got the broker side too, um, of the DAT and truck stop, so I can see how the broker side works and how if a truck posting, what's the broker looking at. So um, that's another way to get connections and networking and trying to find that lane for yourself. Um, but always being ready too, though. Back then you back then you can buy trailers for under $10,000. That's not the case right now, but everybody's money is different. Somebody on this live might be sitting, somebody might be got 100K in the bank right now where they can go ahead, or 200,000, whatever the case may be, might be able to go ahead and get 2, 3 trailers, uh, you know, with the title, and just have them sitting until the right opportunity falls in place. What up, Red Top, Hollywood Trucking? What up? I run a semi-synthetic. Yeah, that's the you run a semi. That's the 1030. Um, like I said, I switched my oil up, man, because the miles went up. Um, the next thing that I probably get is like I said, I got to get my clutch replaced. Got to get my clutch replaced soon, and then I'll probably get an overhead done. I haven't seen any symptoms of getting overhead, but I know it's getting close based off the mileage. So that's something that's always in the back of my head about the overhead, which overhead is nothing crazy. It's not even costly to do. But it's something you got to get done. What up, Compton? But other than that, man, that's really all I got today. I'll post the link one more time. If y'all want to chime in, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Um, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go right back in the sleeper and get some rest. Having a business well structured from day one, but benefits. Yeah, man. Yeah, Shannon. It'll take you got everything structured right, man. This thing will take you to a whole nother level. You do everything. Like I said, sometimes you might mess up in the beginning, but that can always be changed. But when in regards to the IRS, you already know how that goes. That can take forever. I think I answered that question already. But yeah, if y'all got no more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. 8:23 now, close enough. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Tomorrow, we'll talk about that business credit from start to finish, or from beginning, for truckers. 7:30 tomorrow. Y'all tap in. Y'all tap in. Whoever had my truck before me rolled her hard and put it up wet from last September to now. 15K repairs. How long you had that truck? Cause that's a low. That ain't bad though. 15K repairs. What entity would you use? You talking about like far as like that's a simple LLC. Um, that's a simple. Oh, since last September, 15,000. But you got deaf. Uh, you got one. You got one of those newer trucks. Yeah, it's a simple LLC. A holding that ain't nothing crazy. Um, about holding companies. LLC. You can keep it like a single member LLC. Um, you got titles to equipment. Put all them titles to the holding company and lease them back to you, to your business. That's another protection. Oh, 2014, 15,000. I mean, that's not that's about average though. That's not because that's almost a year. That ain't bad because you think about it. I don't know what you spend 15K on. I don't know if it was deflated or it was just wear and tear. Tires. Stuff is expensive now too. But yeah, if it's deflated, yeah, that can run you up some numbers. That can definitely run you up some numbers. I don't know. 15,000 seemed about, I would just say average. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. Yeah, that's what the big guys. That's what the big guys do. Where did I see it at? That was either Swift or JB Hunt, one of them two companies where I saw like a weird name. It was like a weird name, and I was like, "What is this?" And I think it was like it was part of Swift, whatever. They do that. They do that method. They'll put all the equipment in another LLC and lease it back to the company. It's just a protection of your company, so nobody can come after it. It's the same way. It's the same way as like putting a truck into your business name versus putting a truck into your personal name. It's another protection. Ego Holdings. Yeah, I seen it. I seen it in one of those companies. I can't remember who it was, JB Hunt or Swift, where they got some weird name, and I was like, "Who is this?" And then that's when I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." So they do. That's how I figured out about the whole holding company thing and leasing it back. If I change from LLC to an S corp, how will affect my MC, not just tax status? We want to. Well, the LLC, from when I talked to the FMCSA about this, the LLC to S corp wouldn't change, but if you try to change that LLC to incorporated, um, what the FMCSA told me, they said you start from the beginning. Now I said, how's that possible? And I asked them, how's that possible? And I seen companies do it, but they couldn't really give me a straight answer. But that's what they told me. Because I had a discussion with them a while back about going from LLC to incorporated, and they said something about it would start your whole authority over or your MC over. And I was like, that doesn't even sound right because I've seen companies do it before and they had no issues. So I don't know. I couldn't answer that question, but I do know the LLC to S corp wouldn't have an effect on your MC. Hub seals, fifth wheel, lights. Yeah, that's wear and tear stuff. Uh, 15K. I mean, if you're talking about 15K on stuff like that, that's a little OD. That's a little OD. But I can see 15K up in like death related. But if you talking about stuff like that, that's a little OD. I'm gonna just keep the same name, just the INC at 15 months under the door. You're not trying to. Yeah, I couldn't answer that question, Red Top man. Like I said, I had a conversation with them. They told me that you would start over. Your MC would start pretty much back to square one. I'm like, that didn't even make sense because I've seen companies do it. There's a loophole in it, but I really didn't further that conversation because I decided not to go incorporate it. I just did stick to the S corp, so I just left it alone. Um, but definitely, maybe it could be the person that I talked to. And sometimes you talk to FMCSA, you talk to one person, and then you talk to another person, they give you totally two different answers. It could have been just the person I talked to. I only talked to one person. I ended the conversation like that. But it could be the person I talked to at the time. But I know for a fact because uh, a lot of trucking companies do it, and a lot of brokers do it as well. And they don't start. Their rating doesn't change at all. The MC doesn't start over. So I know for a fact you can do it. But like I said, I could have got a new person at the FMCSA, just going by the guidelines or something like that. But there is a way of doing it. But I don't go off my word. But I know I've seen it done. Yeah, my truck company's LLC. hmm A lot of trucking this mega carriers are still LLCs. Uh, it's just like I said, these tax professionals, everybody give you different answers to when it comes to incorporated, S corp, C corp, because you could be an LLC, C corp too, but they all give you different answers. It's kind of hard to go to figure out which route you want to go. I can only go about what my tax guy's telling me and he shows me the proof. He shows me the evidence. All right, well, if you do it like this is what you're saving. I mean, all right, I look at the details and all right, well, that makes sense for me. And I'll be like, all right, well, let's just move on this. But then you might go to another tax professional. They might say, all right, well, you got a trucking company, you making X amount of dollars, go ahead and be incorporated. And then you might look at the numbers. You might be like, all right, well, that makes sense. And you might be, all right, that doesn't make sense to me. That's why I say it's always better to get different opinions from different tax professionals, because they all giving out different answers. Uh, I'm adding truck and drivers trying to level up and add an extra layer of protection. Yeah, yeah, that's always good to do that, man, because you got a lot of you protect yourself as far as the holding company. I spoke about that. Um, Obtaining titles. Once you get the titles, putting it into the holding company. And also, a lot of people didn't know. Because I had to tell one of the mechanics about this. Uh, Getting your place in Maine. Maine is tax free. That's why you see a lot of trucks. Or that's why you see a lot of trails up here running up and down the highway with Maine tags and Tennessee tags. Maine is tax free. I do the 12 years for I think like $200 something. Pay $200 something. They'll send it to you next day. You got your tags and you got your card to put into the little on the back of the in front of the trailer. You chose to go C corp. Okay, yeah. I talked to my tax guy about C corp. He said, well, he suggested that I go C corp next year. So we'll see about that. We'll talk about that or whatever the case may be. But right now, I'm an S corp. Decision was based on what is right for my business and future plans. But I don't own my own MC. Yeah, you'll know when the time is right to get your own numbers. You know, and I tell people like getting your own DOT numbers might not be right for some people. Some people will want to deal with the back office. And to be honest, the back office, and I don't want to say the back office is easy because I've been doing it for a while, but once you get the hang of things and put it like a system in place, it really is easy. Especially if you're a one truck operation, it's really not that. It's really not that big of a deal. Um, for real. Now, well, you can't. Well, hold on. You can't switch your. You can't. If you got your authority, you can't go and you live in somebody else's state and go to Maine and try to get your authority set up in Maine. Now they gonna really, they really gonna try to figure out, all right, where's the proof of evidence you live here? I'm just speaking on trailers. I'm just speaking on trailers. You don't need to switch address or anything like that. You could put your trailers. I got all my trailers put in Maine. Only trailer I don't have in Maine is this trailer I'm putting right now, which I'm about to put it in Maine in like either this week or next week. And that's probably be the video for Thursday. But I'm just speaking on my trailers leased to own as Maine plates was 101. Yeah, because it's tax free. Maine is a tax free state. Um, Most of these trailers are in Maine. You'll see Maine or Tennessee, and then you'll see a couple of like with Maine, Tennessee, and it's another one. Uh, Missouri? No, not Missouri. It's one of the Midwest states that's like that too. I can't remember which state it is. North Dakota, South Dakota, some crazy state. Yeah, just a trailer on it. Yeah, don't get involved with the truck and stuff like that, because then now you're talking about showing proof of you living in that state. Don't get involved with all, because that can get crazy, and then you can be somewhere upside somewhere. Indianapolis, yeah, that might be it. It's one of those Midwest states. I can't remember. It's probably a couple of them for real, for real. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Oklahoma, it might be Oklahoma too. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. We did about an hour on this live. I'm gonna try to get some real quick sleep right quick before I roll. But y'all come in tomorrow, 7:30. We'll talk about this credit. Y'all interested in credit? I'm gonna give you the game plan. I'm gonna give you the blueprint. I'm gonna give you 10 trade lines out the gate, and y'all be ready to roll. I'm gonna catch y'all later.